Hey guys, Binksy92 here, and today we have a Skyrim load order video. A couple of things to cover. This requires the anniversary edition of the game and all of the Creation Club content that comes with the anniversary edition to be downloaded. I have also only tested this on the Xbox Series X, so I do not know how performance will vary on other consoles. Also, make sure you hard reset your game after downloading these mods, and make sure you start a new game with this load order. I'll put on screen instructions for how to hard reset on screen now. Also, a big shout out to all of my channel members. Thank you for the continued support. Also, huge shout out to my subscribers. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing, as I'm trying to reach 5,000 subscribers. After that, a lot there, oh my god. Anyways, let's get on with the video, guys. First up is the unofficial Skyrim Special Edition patch. This mod fixes bugs and glitches Bethesda themselves never got round to fixing. The reason I left this out of my previous load order was not because I think the game is better without it, it's because I've seen too many people comment on my videos saying that it causes stuttering and causes issues. I didn't notice any difference with the unofficial patch not being installed to it being installed. Obviously the unofficial patch will prevent game breaking bugs from occurring. That's why I have it back again. It is a big requirement. I recommend it in every single loader that you use. Unofficial Skyrim Creation Club patch. So obviously this is an unofficial patch for the Creation Club content. They'll patch it to fix bugs and glitches that Bethesda themselves haven't even fixed yet. EFPS Exterior FPS version 2.4.2. There is a couple of different versions of this mod on here. Make sure you get this version, it's the most up to date by what I can tell. A few mods are incompatible, but that meaning by that they won't benefit from the FPS boost. But the mods that are incompatible don't really need the FPS boost in that area, so it's not too big of a deal. Everywhere else is running really well, and the performance is just brilliant. EFPS Anniversary Edition patch. So obviously this is a patch to make it compatible with the Anniversary Edition of the game. Simple workaround framework. This is a framework mod, so it is required by a lot of other mods to function correctly. It does come with an in-game menu where you can tweak the LOD settings and a bunch of other stuff as well from the spell section. So have a look at that in the game. Obviously I don't recommend changing too many settings because obviously they won't be reversible unless you start a new game itself. Lanterns of Skyrim 2 1K version. This will place lanterns along the roadside, so when it does get pretty dark at night you can still see where you're going. Cheat room. I use this to actually test my load orders to make sure that there's no bugs or glitches, and this loader I've actually tested quite thoroughly. I've probably put in about 9 hours of testing, and that's quite a lot of time to get everything done. I test everything in the game, so, well, not everything, but you know what I mean. I've tested a good chunk of stuff, so I've started all of the factions, the guilds, done a big chunk of the main quest line, and I've had no issues at all, no crashes. So yeah, but yeah, this is where I would place cheat room if you do want to keep it into the load order. Obviously it is completely optional, so if you don't want cheats in the game, you can just not download this one. Nordic UI updated SWF edition. So because Nordic UI changes the loading screen, sometimes the shadows are really messed up. There's nothing I can do about that. If the shadows annoy you, just don't download the Nordic UI, or message them and let them know that the shadows are messed up on the loading screen sometimes, because that's the only thing you can't do. I can't fix it. It's not my mod. Evolving value economy. So I did have the full version of this mod, or it was basically a bunch of different mods together, and this one was included, but I decided just to go with this one by itself this time because it doesn't change too much of the game without it being without having a clue what actually has been changed. Because the other mod literally changed, it had 4 different mods packed into one, and it changed so much. I didn't know what I needed to patch and what didn't need to be patched because it was such a big mod. But this one is just the evolving economy. So basically what this mod does, say you win Whiterun and and they've just been attacked by the Stormcloaks. Economy in that town is going to go down because they've just been into a war, so prices will be up. what they would buy things for would probably go down in value as well. That's how it's supposed to work, and it's a really nice thing. I think it adds dynamic, obviously, you know, economy to the game. So you can actually set up a trade route if you wanted to and become a traveling merchant, which I think is really cool. Ordinator perks of Skyrim. This overhauls the perk trees within the game to give you a more diverse character build. Apocalypse, Magic of Skyrim. This adds in 155 new spells, 31 per school. Apocalypse Ordinator compatibility patch. It just allows the two mods to be compatible with each other. Dedicated follower of fashion all-in-one. This is like 4 different armor packs in one that adds in new armor variations to the game, so it makes it so you can diversify your characters and stuff like that, and it makes the NPCs have new armor, which is really cool. I can't remember how many armors exactly are in here. There's got to be over like 40-50 new armors into the game. Probably more. I'm just guessing at this point. But they look really cool. I should mention that there is a few that are on the skimpy side, but there's literally only about 3 or 4 of them that are like that. The rest are like, you know, just vanilla-esque style armors, and I think they fit into the world really well. So it would be a shame not to use this mod because there's only a few skimpy ones that you can just avoid or sell if you're not into that. Sons of Skyrim 1K SWF. This overhauls like the Stormcloaks within the game, giving them really cool looking armors as well. Authentic Legion 1K SWF again does the same thing for the Legion, giving them really cool looking armors. Mythical Wonders optimized for Xbox. This is my favorite weather mod on the game. It looks absolutely incredible. Vados Brum grasses and ground covers light version. The reason I'm using the light version is purely just to keep the FPS nice and high, and honestly it doesn't need to be really super dense grass. The light version looks incredible, and you don't get as much grass poking through places that aren't covered by the grass fix mods. Speaking of, landscape fixes for grass mods, this will hopefully stop grass from poking from places where you wouldn't expect to see it. Now it doesn't cover absolutely everything that is added by every single grass mod, because obviously that would be impossible. But it does cover a good chunk of it. Complementary grass fixes, again it does the same thing as landscape fixes for grass mods, but obviously it builds upon that. They're meant to be used in complements with each other, obviously that's why it's called complementary. And then we have Mifara's grass fixes for Creation Club content. So the biggest noticeable thing about this mod is, obviously it fixes the grass thing, is the home outside of Whiterun, the Tundra homestead. Without this mod, there's grass like just covering up all the path up into the front door, and there's grass poking through the steps. With this mod, there's no grass doing that, and obviously the little blacksmithing area that you have, there's no grass poking through there either, so it looks really good. First up is the skin texture mods is the AWO male skin 2K muscular hairy. I didn't pick one out of preference. I purely picked this one because it was just there. Obviously if you do have a preferred male skin, obviously you can switch it out for that. Then we have CBBE Curvy Edition. This is the female body I'm going for on this one, along with Diamond Skin CBBE 2K, which is the skin texture I'm going for the female characters. So all of the characters in the game have a new skin texture, males and females. The only thing I haven't touched is children. As you can see, there is about 250 megabytes of space remaining. I probably would have liked to add in a child mod to make the children look better, but I just didn't think it was too necessary. Like, I don't spend a lot of time looking at the children on the game. If anything, they scare me. Like their feet are like the most scariest thing in the world. Have you seen them? They're like just a lump of friggin' potatoes. Then we have the just new female animations. The reason I like this animation mod is because it adds in animations for all of the weapons within the game. They look absolutely really cool and really nice. I don't know any animation mods that change all the animations for male characters. If anyone does know one, let me know, because I would like to add it to the load order. Skyland All-in-One. This is probably the most complete texture pack you can get for Xbox. It looks absolutely incredible, and it comes in one easy little package with the All-in-One. Yeah. Divergence Vanilla Pack All-in-One 1K. This retextures all of the armor within the game, along with all of the clothing in the game and all of the weapons within the game. And that includes the DLC stuff as well. Trees of Aduna main, I decided to switch to this one instead of the all-in-one because the all-in-one adds in extra trees for the sake of compatibility. The trees still look absolutely amazing, the LODs still look absolutely amazing, and the performance is still absolutely amazing. This is my favorite tree mod for the game. Bellyaches, textures, chaotic choice, so this will retext the animals within the game, giving them a bit new lease on life. Instead of seeing the same old basic bitch wolves, you'll see some new wolves that are still slightly basic, but better than the vanilla choices anyway. Cathedral plants, 3D all-in-one, and this will retexture a bunch of plants within the game, giving them a new look and making them look a lot better. Improved roads, so this will make the roads a bit more populated and at night a bit more dangerous. When I first spawned into the game to do testing, I got attacked by 2 vampires and about 7 bandits just walking to Whiterun from Riverwood. It was quite adventurous actually. It did really spice up the traveling quite a bit, so it makes it worthwhile not to fast travel, because obviously you can fight these enemies and get loot and also level up. Pandorable NPCs males free. Now, I don't know if this is the best version of the Pandorable NPCs for the males. I did want to put in an NPC replacer for males. It will use whatever textures we're using for our male characters, so they do look pretty good. Now, obviously, if I had more space, I would have got all the male ones, so all the males get retextured, and then obviously all the female ones as well. But obviously, with limited space, I've just gone with the 1 male pack, and then the 1 female pack, which is the Beijing AIO. Obviously, this retextures a bunch of females within the game. And obviously the Beijing AIO unofficial Skyrim special edition patch, just make sure the two are compatible. The Eyes of Your Soul, now this is a pretty large eye mod, but the eye textures look absolutely incredible and they're just amazing. True White KS hair selection, this adds in a bunch of different hairs for the female characters, and also adds in some white hair tints, so if you do want the white hair color like I am going to be using on my character, you can. Obviously, if you don't like this hair pack, you can download a different one, or you could delete this and download the KS Hairdo's main pack, so you have hairs for males and female characters. Obviously, as you can tell, this loader is kind of compatible for male characters and female characters within the game. So if you want to use a male one, obviously just swap the pack out for a male hair characters pack. After that, we have the updated enhanced lights and FX. This will overhaul the lighting within the interiors of the game, making it look a lot more realistic and way better in my opinion. ELF fixes all in one, so this will fix a bunch of errors that come with enhanced lights and FX. One of the main ones being like there's no fake lights under the doors, so when you walk up the door, you normally would see like a light underneath it. It looks completely, oh, sorry about that guys, it's not my mic. It looks completely immersion breaking, and this mod removes the fake light underneath the door. Lanterns of Skyrim 2 enhanced lights and FX patch. It just allows the two mods to be fully compatible and not cause any issues. ELFX enhancer. So basically this will darken interiors further, darken dungeons, darken fog colors and tweak its distances, and a bunch of other little stuff as well. But basically it makes the interiors a bit darker and in my opinion more immersive to like how it would be in Skyrim, because they didn't have electricity. They're using candles and big fire pits, so it ain't gonna be crazy bright in them places, you know. Then we have Northern Vanilla Farmhouses. This just changes the roofs of vanilla farmhouses to use the same roof assets as Cities of the North, without changing too much so that they don't match the interior of the building itself. JK Skyrim all-in-one. Obviously this overhauls the major towns and villages of the game, giving them a bit more clutter and making them feel a bit more lived in. Lanterns of Skyrim 2 JK Skyrim patch, again just make sure the two mods are compatible. EFPS JK Skyrim patch, again just make sure the two mods are compatible. And then we have all of the JK Outskirts mods, which starting with is JK's Whiterun, followed by all the Whiterun patches. There's a lot of them. I made sure to get them all. JK's Solitude Outskirts, followed by all of its patches. JK's Windhelm Outskirts, followed by its patches. JK's Markov Outskirts, followed by its patches. JK's Riften Outskirts, followed by its patches. And then we have Four Doors Iverstead, which is kind of like Cities of the North, but someone else has made their own version for Iverstead as well. And then we have Four Doors Iverstead JK's Skyrim Less version patch. So basically you'll see less of JK Skyrim and more of Four Doors Iverstead instead. That sounds a bit weird saying that. Four Doors Iverstead Lanterns of Skyrim 2 patch. As I've obviously skipped over all of like the outskirt mods and all the patches that come with it, they will be listed in the pinned comment, so you can see what they are, but obviously it's just patching mostly the Creation Club content and Lanterns of Skyrim 2. Then we have Realistic Water 2 SE. This is the version I recommend you get because this is the officially supported version of the Realistic Water 2 for Xbox. So make sure you get this one and not the other one. After that we have Skyline Lords. This basically makes sure that the distant textures that you see are the Skyline ones and not the vanilla ones. After that we have Alternate Start and Live Another Life. This allows you to jump into the game very quickly and allow you to skip the vanilla intro, which you can still choose to do if you want to, but it also gives you a bunch of alternate obviously starts, so you can start the game how you would like to start it. After that we have JK's Solitude Outskirts and Alternate Start patch, and JK's Markov Outskirts and Alternate Start patch. Now that is the complete list. Obviously there is only 250 megabytes remaining. This does have all the Creation Club content installed as well, which took up 44 megabytes. So in reality we should have 300 megabytes, but Bethesda decided to be greedy and take even more space from our remaining 5 gigabytes, which is kind of annoying, but it is what it is. But yeah, if you don't have any mods that you want to add to this loader and you want to use the remaining space, I do recommend maybe getting one of the children mods that makes the children look, well, not like potatoes on legs with weird creepy looking feet. I recommend, yeah, one of the children mods, and also a male animation mod if you know one. But yeah, that is the full list, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Stay tuned for the rest of the video where I'll be showing gameplay, and as always, this has been Bingsy92. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.